the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Sioux Falls man is behind bars in connection with an alleged assault under the 8th Street Bridge.
Police arrested 45-year-old Jubal Ryder Rattler for aggravated assault. Authorities say officers were called to the bridge just after 11 o'clock Monday night.
A 39-year-old woman was taken to the hospital and listed in critical condition. Police said there's no threat to the public.
1 year behind bars for every year that she was stealing. That's how a South Dakota circuit judge arrived at a sentence of 13 years in state prison for Lana Carroll yesterday.
A Hughes County jury found Carroll guilty in April of taking over $1.8 million from the South Dakota Department of Social Services over a 13-year period while she was employed there. Attorney General Marty Jackley is satisfied with the result.
I'm pleased. A 13-year penitentiary sentence of an individual that's 69 years old with health issues was a significant sentence. I think it served the purpose of being a deterrent that folks will be held accountable if they violate that trust of the taxpayers and of the hardworking state employees here in South Dakota.
You can read more about the sentencing in the story by our Capitol News Bureau reporter Bob Mercer. The Federal Communications Commission chairman will announce his policy plans during a speech today in Sioux Falls. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr will outline his Build America agenda for the FCC. Carr said he's holding his first policy agenda speech in Sioux Falls because that's where he, quote, first put on a hard hat and harness to climb a tower. Carr will hold a news conference at 11:30 a.m. today at the Viker headquarters in Sioux Falls. KELOLAND News will live stream the news conference online and on KELOLAND Plus. Now let's head over to the KELOLAND Live Doppler HD Storm Center to get a check on this morning's weather.
Well, we've been following a couple of showers, even some thunderstorms during the early morning hours. They are affecting eastern, southeastern KELOLAND. They'll move out of the area by the afternoon as temperatures will warm. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies this afternoon. Expect afternoon high temperatures in the 80s and 90s. Middle 90s today across western South Dakota, and will continue to warm for tomorrow. And Brian will have more details on that coming up.
Francis House is helping more people take the next steps in life.
The nonprofit bought the Copper Arms building last year with the help of Sioux Falls Housing and the MacArthur Foundation. The program offers affordable housing for people impacted by the criminal justice system. James Brown moved in yesterday.
It's a good start. It opens up a lot of doors, not just for me, but a lot of other people.
From couches to beds, the apartments come fully furnished.
4th of July is approaching, but there are certain ordinances around fireworks that people should know.
In South Dakota, fireworks are allowed from June 27th to the first Sunday after July 4th, but each city has its separate ordinances and regulations.
It's going to be entirely that time frame from June 27th through July 6th, but each city that we work for, whether it's Dow Rapids or Baltic or Garrettson, each city has separate ordinances. So I would encourage those folks that have questions just to reach out to their local city halls.
Outside of that time frame, lighting off fireworks is a Class 2 misdemeanor in South Dakota, and it's punishable by up to a $500 fine.
Drivers aren't putting safety in the rearview mirror when it comes to their 4th of July travels.
Drivers who made a stopover in Sioux Falls yesterday said they're reducing their speeds because the interstate will be crowded with other holiday drivers.
I think the big thing, especially hauling the trailer, is staying below the speed limit. I mean, the speed limit is 80, and that's ridiculous with a trailer.
Today is expected to be the busiest day for driving leading up to the 4th of July.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens.
All right, watching that weather heading into the 4th of July. Yes, it's going to feel like the 4th. It's going to be a hot day. It's going to be a little windy at times. We're going to have some humidity. And, of course, in the concoction of things to talk about, a few thunderstorms here and there. But, again, that's something that we'll just have to kind of continue to watch the details. Here is a little bit more about that. So we'll kick off the forecast today. We're watching some general showers and thunderstorms in eastern South Dakota. We've had some of these this morning all the way west to Oneida. We've had reports around Parker. We've had quite a bit of rain actually up near Clark, over a half an inch of rain this morning. But a lot of that slides southeast here throughout the course of the mid-morning hours. Then the story for the afternoon, just plain hot. It's going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s in southeast South Dakota. West River folks around Rapid City, probably mid-90s today. Now, could we see a little rain on radar tonight? There's the possibility of that. A couple thunderstorm areas in the far northwest, up around Hardin County and north of Mobridge. I would anticipate tomorrow, the biggest story is just getting near 100 degrees. So that really does dry things out again. And central South Dakota has had a tendency to be drier anyway the last 30 days. So, you know, we lose some topsoil moisture. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on what starts to sprout. Getting into the 4th of July, it's going to be a very warm and breezy morning. Most of us are probably going to wake up to 70s. And then as we get into the 4th of July, these thunderstorm chances will start to brew up probably late afternoon. I would say right now the best chance of that happening would be the middle third of South Dakota. So kind of running west of Aberdeen, and then let's see what goes down into northern Nebraska. And then, of course, during the evening, we'll probably be tracking some of this as it tries to move off to the east. It appears to me that it's going to be a broken line or kind of a patchwork of showers and thunderstorms. So don't cancel things, because at this point, we know that those moving factors can shift around on the maps here a little bit. But it is a 60% chance Sioux Falls area will pick up some thunderstorms, especially late in the day and into the evening hours. So keep an eye on that. 91 is our high today, Mitchell. 94, Phillip. 7-day forecast. Well, we're hottest tomorrow at 92. Then we'll pull back maybe a little bit Friday on the 4th at a high of 88. Still on Saturday, we're still dealing with this system. A lot of the forcing is in Minnesota, but we're going to linger a chance of rain in Sioux Falls at 50%. Looks like by Sunday and Monday, some drier Canadian air will try to move in. So our high reduced on Sunday in Aberdeen to 82, 83 on Monday. And I also think that the heat will come down a few notches here for Pierre. After 100 tomorrow, 94 on Friday. And we're going to get through the 4th of July, and then it's down to into the mid to upper 80s for the weekend. Still going to hang around to some 30% chances of showers and thunderstorms. Rapid City, too, a nice reduction on the heat, but don't forget the 4th as well. We could be looking at rain even West River. More details online at KEVLAND.com.